I've been in Melbourne for 3 years. I think that's there's Chapman, a new job. All of us. Kieran and Brett, four brothers. Yeah, looks like that me in that bracket.
Is there a button to turn it on and off and stuff? No? Okay. Okay, that's right. We can chat. We'll, Mr. Wheeler's taking his customary position. Is he here? The last gallery. Isn't it? All dressed up, nowhere to go. That's all right. You do what you have to do. See if you can reset it or whatever. Are we? Right, okay. Okay.
Teddy's still playing the world champion and the best amateur player in the world, Chapman. Not bad. What's this about the channels? Okay. Oh, no, that's all. I dropped them. That's okay. That's another thing. Go back half a dozen times a year to play some tennis. Until I go back, I feel like I've gone home. I hope I'm at home. I've been there so long.
Good afternoon. Righto. All right, right in the corner. Righto.
That's well eaten.
Hello. Yep. Can you hear us okay?
Hi, Fred. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm going very well, Cone. How about you? Is that okay?
Second semi-final of the Australian Open 2016.
Right, yep. Yeah, that better? Okay. Yeah, okay.
First semi-final, the Australian Open 2016.
Tablet market.
Best of 5 6-game set. Mr. Fahey for the first set. Level.
Nice start by Rob.
Yeah, very good start. First point of the day.
Welcome everybody. We're here for the first semi-final of the Men's Australian Open 2016. And Alistair Curley.
Good afternoon, Fred. How are you going?
Very well, thanks, Cone. I'm really looking forward to this match. Chappie has been in pretty good form of recent times, and Rob it's just a little bit of an injury he's coping with at the moment. So tell us about that, Cone.
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit of an injury to one of his fingers, his index finger, so he's just a little bit ginger with that at the moment. So we'll see how he goes as the match progresses, as to how tightly he can grip the racket.
It'll be interesting if he keeps pursuing with the railroad. Like he's already switching.
I did see him warming up with his left hand for a while. That would be a really radical tactic.
What's the odds?
That's because I'm really loud.
And worse than a yard.
So, Fred, it's a little bit milder here in Melbourne today than it's been earlier in the week, so it might be a little bit more pleasant on the court than it's been, because it can get very warm here in Melbourne.
Yeah, it was perfect out there this morning. I had it hit up prior to the match, and it was no perfect conditions. Like no issue here. I think Chappie was having a chat to him in the change room earlier, and he was saying he's going to try and run Rob around a bit, see how much Christmas tucker he put away over the week prior.
Just lost.
Shot there from Rob. Pretty severe cut. Nice to see the ball cutting down.
First game, no, to Chappie. Ideal start for Chappie.
Love.
Very smooth volley there from Chris, the longest rally of the match so far.
A great demonstration of the backhand, wasn't it?
And the last gallery, 2-2. Has it half a yard worse than 2, and the last gallery.
So Fred, how have you gone so far in the boomerang today? Have you had a match?
No, not a boomerang, but unfortunately a handicap doubles that didn't go our way.
Well,
but it was good to get on court though, Kane.
You need to speak to the professionals about losing that match, for the sound of it. Get that handicap adjusted.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Has it half a yard worse than 2? Last gallery.
Well played there by Chris.
Yeah, it's good to see Chappie going for it, isn't it?
40-30.
Good name all down on there, and good start for Chris.
Rob hasn't been the fastest of starters.
Historically,
yeah.
not the quickest of starters. More of a stayer than a sprinter, I think.
Takes the last gallery.
Tabs today, don't you think, on the marking?
Well, look, I think that can only be a good thing, but he's usually up to it. He does like a few moments in the spotlight, Mr. Tabley, but a very good marker all the same.
So, 15 loves.
Excellent shot there. Perfect width.
Chappie's looking pretty relaxed out there, isn't he?
Very much so. So, Fred, how many people we got at the boomerang this year?
We've got 165 entries in the boomerang. We're probably expecting about 215, maybe 220 here for the final of on Monday night, for the men's final. It's a big boomerang.
It is a big boomerang. That sounds like a terrific crowd the players are going to have on Monday evening, 6 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time for the final. And as I know, there's still a few seats available if you want to come along.
Deft touch by Rob to pick that out of the corner, and then Chappie slides it into the winning gallery.
Better than 1 yard.
Wonderful serve there.
40 love. They find it out for
Great touch again by Rob. They know each other's game pretty well, Kane. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're regular practice partners in London at Queen's Club, which is, you know, where they both play a lot these days. And I know Chris is going to be Rob's practice partner for the World Championship in Newport in May. So these guys know each other's game on the court and good mates off it.
Two Aussies as well, so
Yes.
both based in the UK now.
Yep, well, you know, our loss is their gain, but the Aussies are certainly ruling the roost over the UK. It's very well marked there by Paul not to call a foul on that serve there, Fred, but good return.
We've got the perfect angle to watch that, haven't we, from up here?
I have to say, although it's early days, Rob doesn't look like he's moving as freely as I've seen in the past.
all.
Yeah, it's the first time he made an unforced error, then a ball up on the penthouse. The first real mistakes he's made so far.
15, no check.
Wow.
2 in the net in one game.
Trick shots during that rally there, but Rob will be disappointed not to put the ball early on into the grill, which is his old money shot from the years gone by.
It's a great rest though, because Chappie can't one out. Shouldn't have really been coming back.
Rob will be disappointed with that.
He's just not able to kill it at the moment. That is Chappie's forte though, isn't it? Just keep getting the ball back.
Yeah, look, he's covering court well and very, very consistent. I think in the previous years we would probably seen Rob finished a couple of those points a bit sooner than that, so he'll be looking to sharpen himself up as he gets into the match.
.40 receiver. It's the last gallery. One chase game at 1 minute.
He's on the board.
He is indeed.
He'll be pleased with that.
Trademark cut volley to win the point.
Fair to say that a few of those points came from errors from Chappie, so
30 love.
Bit more weight coming onto the ball. I wonder whether that's his hands has been troubling him a bit, just starting to warm it up.
Yeah, he might be loosening up and he's feeling a bit more confident in it, maybe. Lovely shot. Control. Didn't overhit it.
15-30. No chase. Better than 2 yards.
A shot that's served Rob well over the years, that disguised cut volley down the line.
A half, hazard a half a yard. 2 chases better than 2, and a hazard half
Looks
a
to be
yard.
starting to get into the match a bit now, Brad. Possibly a bit fortunate, loose game there from Chris earlier, but he certainly looks a little bit sharper. We could be in for a pretty good match.
I think it's better decision making there too. Just as you said, that disguised volley down the line is a good one because Chappie moves so well, and he's moving over into that forward. That's his first move because Rob's going to cut it down there 9 times out of 10. So to make
15-30. First chase is better than 2 yards. Better than 2 yards.
yeah, so to make Chappie keep moving is a good idea.
40-15 hazard chase, half a yard.
Nicely for Rob. Takes his second game to 2-3.
2-3.
Server 2 games to 3, first set. Listen 2.
I asked Chappie earlier in the change room about what's his weapon. He said, pretty similar to Rob, I like the cut volley.
Well, look, he's not a stupid boy. It's a very, very good shot when it works well, and the top players all got it.
Then last, 2 chases.
Bit of squash coming out there for Chappie.
So obviously, Fred, obviously the boomerang on this is a tremendous time to be in Melbourne. So much going on apart from the real tennis.
Well, we've got a lot going on. We've got the cricket over the road. We've got a big contingent heading over there, I think, on Sunday week, 17th, which is great. So they get to see the Aussies play India.
Yep.
So that's always a great thrill to go and see the MCG when it's packed out. 80,000 people.
And we've got the Big Bash cricket on tonight as well.
Yes.
So there'll be 50,000 at Etihad Stadium tonight for that as well.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people from the contingent here heading over to that too. And don't forget popping on down to Royal Melbourne for a hit of golf later this week.
Yes. Beautiful weather for golf.
Worse than 3 yards. 30 love. Better than the last gallery. On fault.
Much better now, Rob, don't you think?
Yes, definitely. Still well within himself, but certainly looks like he's starting to get into it.
Those backhands under the grill. He wasn't getting much earlier.
Yeah, very
Takes
good
the
there,
last
Robs.
gallery, 15
Another one of his
further lead.
trademarks being able to pull a shot in the last gallery as soon as he gets this last opportunity. Speaking of trademarks,
There's one right there.
30 all.
I think that'll probably pick up a little bit as the match goes on.
Headed to 6 yards, 2-2.
and it was, I suppose, the other thing apart from the cricket that's on in the next couple of weeks, we've got the Australian Open lawn tennis starts in a week's time, so another terrific opportunity for visitors here to see some great tennis, and a lot easier to get into the Aussie Open than it is, for example, to get into Wimbledon.
Yeah, likewise, yeah. It is everyone virtually goes, I think, who visits here. From the UK, US, and this year we've also have the Dutch contingent out here in full voice. They're also wearing orange on board, which is great to see.
Well, I think that's terrific, and obviously weather's slightly better than in Holland at the moment. Slightly.
And I think northern UK's got a little bit of water.
Yes. Scotland's sinking, I think. Very good serve and then disappointing bowling.
40-30. Better than 6 yards.
Rob will be disappointed he missed the tamper right then. That was a shot to push Chappie back and pop it straight up onto the penthouse.
Well read there by Chappie. Anticipated Rob's cross court, so he was right there waiting for it.
Nice soft hands too. Didn't overcook it.
Second gallery, 15 off.
That's a nice flick, isn't it?
Yep, good get from there.
Straight out of the squash handbook, that one.
Be happy with that outcome. Terrific shot there.
30-15.
Flat drive on the backhand, straight and down the line into the net.
That'll frustrate him. Such a good shot the shot before.
It's a pretty big point coming up here. 30 all, 4-2 and a chase. So this is a big point, particularly for Rob.
One chase is second go. 30 all.
Rob did well. He had to really scramble ball down in the forehand corner there.
Second go.
The cut down, he just got it back, but he's hung on in there to give himself a chance at the game.
Yeah, Chappie will be disappointed with that last cross court. As you said, that was an important point. Let's see how it pans out. Fair to say both players are warmed up now.
Yes.
Rob's really stretching. You can see him moving into the corners a lot better. having that hand in the corner.
It's a bit like the QE2, it takes a little bit to get going.
The groan from the crowd.
Good.
Composure there from Chris. He stayed very calm in that point.
Service advantage.
Now a chance to go 5-2.
Second gallery. Advantage out, second gallery.
Sigh of relief there from Rob.
Yes.
He wants to get up into the service end. I think we all want to get up to the service end, don't we, Kate?
I'm not so sure about that. I think I always did my best work at the hazard end of the year, which probably says something about my career.
That is a worry. That's a worry. A couple of interesting bounces in that last point, so
Yeah, 2 half nicks.
yeah.
So still a big opportunity here for Chris to get a strong position if he can win this point.
Advantage to the receiver, second gallery.
Finish.
Well played. Good serve set that up.
Good.
Oh, that's a tough break.
Very tough break for Rob there. Well, it's good that Chris managed to scramble that ball back, but a very fortunate bounce.
He moves so quickly, doesn't he, Chris? I mean, he really covered that in front of the tower.
Advantage Tracy, half the yard.
Calm.
I think Rob will be feeling a little calmer after that one.
Very, very good.
Chappie's looking pretty good out here.
Yeah,
I like the way.
I'm very impressed. He certainly had a great last 12 months and, been improving terrifically. And he won the British Open doubles this year, or last year, I guess now. And here we go. Point for Rob to get it back to 3-4. Great serve.
Good.
What a good serve. What an excellent point. What a get by Rob Fahey. And then Chappie, being patient, punishing it into the winning gallery.
Very well played there by Chris, and moves out to a 5-2 leader. Most important game of the match so far.
Rob was working that too. It's a really important game.
15.
Can Chappie hold his composure and close out this first set?
We're about to see.
Chop. Gallery, 16 love, ceiling.
It's a pity he had such demonstration of quick hands. Just little reflexes there throughout that point. Duff's one into the net. We all know how that happened.
15.
Advantage of being up this end for Chappie.
Yeah.
The service. He hasn't been able to get that going with great consistency yet, has he? The
No. And this is obviously another
cut volley.
critical point for Rob here. 30 all, 2-5. And I think it's a gallery chase, I think.
Yes, he put one to the second gallery. I don't think he meant to hit it in there at the time, but I think you'd be taking it at this point.
Well defended there.
Reading it well.
Great man more dead on. Two great men more dead ons there. So Rob gives himself another look at bringing it back to 3-5.
Well, those trademark shots, there they are. He had the cut volley down onto the floor, forced an error, and then two main all dead-ons, and Rob's back in the hunt again. And just for the viewers, we're sitting and commentating from the mezzanine. If everyone knows Melbourne, it's the view from the top shot camera. We're sitting just behind that. So here we are. You're watching it from where we're watching it right now behind the mezzanine camera. Full view of the court. It's our go-to shot.
So back to Juice. 5-2, Chris.
Worse than 4, Juice. Last gallery, 2 checks.
A lot of people ask, about the coverage at Melbourne. We have to thank Clive Smith and the team from Fuzzy TV. They've done a great job of setting up our cameras. We have 5 cameras on court. We have 2 from the net facing back into the corners, and we have 1 behind the railroad serve, and we have another in front of the marker where they traditionally sit, where Tabs is today, right above his head, looking down the court, and we have the mezzanine.
chase. Advantage server. Last gallery.
Set point. Great control from Rob off the tambour. They played a really good length there. Kept himself in the rally beautifully. Back to Juice.
Oh, wow. Great reflex from Rob to recover from that great serve by Chappie. Just snuck past him, and then Chappie slid one down under the winning gallery. Another set point. Nasty.
I think that's it. So, very good first set. 6 games to 2. Very good first set by Chris there. He'll be very pleased with how composed he stayed during that match. Rob mounted a couple of challenges, but got a lot of work to do.
Second set.
I'd be very happy, Chappie. Couldn't help that, Kane, sorry. That's what Rob thinks of that last set.
Yeah. A happy Chappie and a grey Fahey.
I think you got it right there. A little wave from Rob to Kane in the gallery there, so...
Acknowledging my comment.
15 all.
That's a lovely shot of Rob. Just gliding it down, not a lot of pace. Cutting back into the wall.
13-15. Now worse than the last, 30-15.
He'll be happy to get back served.
30 all.
I think Rob would like to kind of get this first game away in this
I would
first
think so,
second set.
indeed.
There we go.
And that's much better. I was just about to say, I think Rob's got to be a bit more aggressive this set. He's not really been full throttle, and as a result, Chris is in all the rallies. Rob's going to take a few risks and try and win the point a bit more quickly, just like he did that terrific shot.
Yeah, just a bit more power. Deliberate. Bang. Yeah, it doesn't give Chappie time to make it across court, and he's so quick.
What would you like me to say, Clive, at the moment? Yes.
Hey, everybody, hope you're enjoying this coverage. It's a privilege to bring this to you.
We're not going to get a job on the Big Bash, are we?
No.
There we go.
40-30 chase, 1 yard.
So a really good opportunity here for Rob to strike the first blow of the second set.
Just off the track. Okay, the first game.
Well, Chappie almost got a reprieve with that shot.
The net cord made the ball kick on, but narrowly lost the chase, and so first game of the second set to Rob.
I think Rob will be pretty keen to get on with this set and square the ledger. He's starting to get a little. You can see that little bit of determination starting to appear on his face. He's certainly one fella that doesn't like losing, Kane.
Doesn't like losing anything.
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 $15.
Great hands by Fahey. Those deft little flicks he can do are just magic. That's a great serve. Oh, perfect length.
So 2 chases and change of ends.
Yeah, he couldn't quite put enough power in that. So it's very hard to hit a ball when you're reaching over the net.
Yes, he was very, very close to touching the net, but he did as best as he could.
I don't think many of us try to actually hit a ball when it's almost half a metre across the other side.
I think
of the
I
net,
would have fallen over the net. I think it's pretty safe to say.
I think our stomachs would probably touch it more than anything else.
You can speak for yourself, Fred. Excellent shot.
2 games to love. Second set.
2 love.
What are you talking about, Cone, isn't it? Just had a little bit of extra pace.
Yeah, a bit more bite on it, and suddenly it's a different game. He's stretching to get it rather than being there to meet it.
He's finding the winning openings now. Terrific rest.
Yep, and definite signs that Rob's dialing up the volume, as they say.
Yep. That was an old 1-2, wasn't it? Yep. Dragged him forward and then bang, May walked in on.
So it's no surprise here. He's 2 love up and a chance to go 3 love up, and I think he's probably hit 4 or 5 down-ons in the last 2 games, and that's a sign. I think he knows what he's got to do. Take some risks and win the point.
And Chappie's defending, purely defending as opposed to going onto the attack at the moment. So Rob Fahey in control, second set.
As a chase, better than 2, 40 love.
Disappointed with that, Rob.
Yes, he had
in control, wasn't he?
In control.
That's still point, but
40-15.
Oh, how did he get that?
A great get in the corner there from Rob. The ball was going to cut down severely, and there's. So 3 love to Fahey, second set.
Well, that first set loss has really sparked Rob. The champ is back.
Nice shot there from Chris.
Yeah, good finish.
There are no straight.
Rob was forced
Very
to
clean.
pop it up. Chappie puts away a chase, so put that in
Great
the bank.
volley. Fantastic shot there.
He's got his 2 chases, change of bets. Neither player wanting to be stuck down that receiver's end.
No.
It's pretty much a trademark of Rob too, and probably most of the pros. Good one tip for all the amateurs out there is to when you get to someone gets to 30, try and put away a chase.
Yep.
Put one in the bank, call it insurance. So when it goes to game point, you get to serve again.
It's very stupid not to have insurance, Fred.
Very stupid not to have insurance. That's a good one for those new to the game, and also a good reminder for those who've been playing for quite a while. Out of court there.
Yep.
In love. 1 yard.
That'll do.
Very long.
That's all you need to do sometimes. Rob looking for the rebound off the timber, but not to be.
That's Jeremy 15-2.
That's a disappointing outcome there. You'll be disappointed with that.
But that's the beauty about the court, though, isn't it? The winning galleries are there to attract you to aim for it and get a cheap point, but guess what? When you miss it, it goes up in that penthouse, you're in trouble.
Maybe you can't hear.
So, Fred, this year I gather we've got some American teams in the boomerang. Is that?
Yeah, terrific. We've got a few more players from America this year, which is terrific to get them out here. We have, I think we've got 2 teams effectively from the US. We've got a Dutch team, we've got a French team, which is terrific. So I think we've got more continents and countries represented this year than we have in many years. So
That's fantastic to have the equipe from France. It's very good, and obviously a fantastic combination of events, having the boomerang coinciding with the end of the Open, giving everyone an opportunity who's here for the boomerang to see some fantastic tennis, and obviously huge crowd for the players.
you're right there, Kane. The players have been commenting. The crowds have been excellent. We've had 50 odd people in the galleries most days from day one. Today there'll be over 60 to 80 people here.
So there's game to Chris, 1-3.
Sorry, mate. Thank you.
A certain strut to him, hasn't he?
Yes.
Owns this court.
Yes.
This is where he plays.
Certainly pretty much over the years has owned this particular court.
Correct.
Has it the second?
So it's good to see Chappie on the board for this set.
Absolutely, and he's got back into it, so Rob will be keen now to just make sure that he doesn't lose the early initiative he's gained.
And how about Rob? His lead up to this event, he won the European Championship versus Chappie. He won that 3-love, 3 straight sets.
No stress.
I think that's the last time these two have played, isn't it?
That's correct. And then they also played, Rob prior to that was in the French Open, he played Steve. And that is a great pickup by Chappie. He read that beautifully, great hands.
Yep, and also, you know, quiet on his feet there as well, moved up the court but quietly, so Rob didn't hear him getting up there.
Yeah, big surprise when Rob saw him standing up there at the door. And so Rob's lead-in was, we won the French Open against Steve Vigona at 3-1. And then that was back in September. And so he's been at the Paris court, and that was, so he's been in pretty good touch. Rob would say he hasn't been setting the world on fire, but he's been getting the job done.
And obviously, as we know, in a World Championship year, Rob tends to taper his run in the sort of 6 months leading up, so he won't be quite at 100% yet, but certainly we'll be seeing this tournament as a very important part of his lead up to Newport in May.
Well, he's come out here and had some a great break with family. He enjoys catching up to everyone down in Hobart.
Yes, I was lucky enough to catch up with him down at Hobart last week. He always likes getting back down there to see his family, and he was celebrating his mother's 85th birthday, so he had a great time down there, and I know quite a few of the people who endured the boomerang have been down at Hobart the last few days as well, playing in that pre-boomerang event, the Commonwealth Challenge, having a good few days down there as well.
It's a great way to tune up your game too prior to coming and taking on the boomerang. And terrific hosts down there at Hobart. They always put on a good time for you down at Hobart. And a beautiful court and a great location. Terrific serve by Rob. Classic railroad. Good marking by Tabs. That was very close to the line there.
I think Rob would have been hoping for a fault.
So in Melbourne, we quite often mark from the forecourt, the right-hander forecourt. That's where Tabs is marking from today.
Chris will be very happy with that outcome there. He was in a bit of trouble there, but recovered well.
Two great saves. Kane, I mean, when did you last move like that?
Oh, I think last week, Fred.
In your dreams.
Moving like a cat. A very fat old one, I think.
Worse than 4 and chase the door. Juice. Worse than 4.
Phenomenal boast from Rob. A great serve from Chappie, but an even more impressive boast. Wins the chase, advantage to Rob. Chase the door, a big opportunity here for Rob.
What a great rest take home. That was great tennis. Both players really going for it then.
Yeah, he made a bit of a job of it, but he got there in the end, Rob. Probably happy to get out of that, and you can see the disappointment there for Chris on his face. So 4-1 Rob. Being a little bit of a breather down there by the looks of it.
Too easy. Little party trick. You'd be disappointed it didn't go in the basket.
Yes.
Certainly putting some more weight in the ball now.
Yeah.
No strokes, 1 yard. No strokes.
Chases and a chance here to really put his stamp on the set.
Yeah, Chappie's finding it hard to penetrate Rob's defence right now. Those little blocks that he's doing, he just doesn't get them back. He just gets them back to position. It just makes Chappie have to work that bit harder again.
First chase is 1 yard, no strokes.
Going for the dead on, did not.
Very good serve
Great
on
serve.
on Chase Yard.
Yeah, nice tight serve, rolling down the wall.
Played there by Chappie, he'll take that.
15 left.
Deliberately going for the gallery there. He really wants to move up here to be serving.
15 left, 7 1 take.
Look at Chappie, how far up the court he is. He's waiting
I think
there.
he's trying to put Rob off his length on the railroad there. Rob's really been going very well on the railroad over the last few games, and I think that was a clear attempt just to try and put him off his length.
Yeah, good idea too. It's a great shot if Rob's going to put it short, which he has been. That's a great ploy by Chappie. Makes him think. But Rob, did you see him? He saw that and he hesitated. And he said, I'll take the time in order to recalibrate on this, and he changed his serve. Just put it deeper.
Second gallery, 15 love, the receiver.
It's important that you do take your time on court, particularly when you're playing in a championship like this. Too easy.
Very easy. Serve not tight enough and put away.
You'll be disappointed with that. That was juicy.
They had a little bit of curry in it.
Sublime tennis by Fahey. How did he pick that edge off the tambour? That was
a phenomenal get.
the adjustment that you have to do in a fraction of a second.
Played.
Nice put away by Chappie. Well, they're both hitting their targets.
I think this is a pretty big game for Chris here if he's going to have a chance in this set.
Great running by Chapman. Unbelievably great stretches. He can really make ground over the court. Probably covers the court almost better than anyone on the circuit, really. Who else will be matching Chappie in that regard? Camden?
Mr. Riviere might fancy himself a little bit quicker around. The Fred Astaire on the floor, he moves very well.
Yes, he moves differently to Chappie, doesn't he? Chappie's a bit heavier footed around the court. Camden just glides. We had the pleasure of watching Camden here in Melbourne, the World Championship in 14, and it was a pleasure to watch talent like that coming through.
Last gallery.
Must have been short.
Boast off the floor. Haven't seen that one for a little while.
Oh, he's got to make it.
Heavy cut on that return of serve.
Yep. Loose serve and not a good point all round.
Unbelievably great touch by Chapman. Rob thought he had that one for a winner, base of the timbre, and Chappie deflects it. Better than 5. He'll take that any day.
So Rob will be very keen to close this game out if he can, and that to give him 5-1. You would think he would not lose the set from there. So this is becoming a pretty important game.
We can hear Tabs adjusting his microphone. Tabs always likes to be heard, doesn't he?
Yes. In this case, he's heard but not seen.
He always likes to be seen too.
Ooh, and Rob will be disappointed. Bit of a money shot historically.
Yeah, good disguise. Just missed it. Chappie's making him pay. It's not over until it's over, as they say in the classics. Well picked up by Tabs. He doesn't need much room to wind up, does he?
No. Good width there. Another chance for the game for Rob.
Chappie really has to find the length. He can't afford to have Rob teeing off.
Rob in the end a little bit fortunate there.
Yeah.
But 5-1 it is in the second set.
Great to see them both going for the targets on that last point. And really, there's 3 targets in a row. Great stretch by Chapman.
15 love.
Cannot put it in that spot, can you, on the serve? You may as well chalk it in. Good length by Chappie, making Rob stretch. Get enough weight behind it and push it over the net.
Worse than the second go.
Wonder how that hand's feeling. 5-1 up. Second set. He's certainly got the power back into the game.
A little bit of a joke with the marker there, the players.
Yeah, it's good to see a healthy banter between Tabs and the players. They know each other all very well.
I would have thought worse than 5.
Both Chappie and Rob have worked good stints down here in Melbourne.
And of course, as we know, we've actually not come in to watch the boys play. We've come in to listen to Tabley Mark.
The dulcet tones.
Nearly a yard worse than the last game.
That's a tough break. 2 edges.
Very, very unfortunate and very important in the scheme of things now.
Yeah. Set point.
40. Worse than the door. 40.
Yeah, good idea by Chappie.
Yep.
Come up to the surface end. Whatever happens in this game, he'll be serving from up here. Well, it's a great Buzzing Club at the moment.
Yes, I mean, only day 1 of the boomerang and the place is absolutely pumping.
Yep, humming. We've got full-on catering happening for the next 2 weeks.
40-30. Worse than the door.
So set point for the second time for Rob this set. There it is.
Okay, we're back to square one again. Terrific. Both players should be feeling pretty good about the games, the respective games at the moment. Rob arced it up a little. putting a bit more power back into his game, and I think that really brought about the difference in that last set. What do you think, Cone?
Yep, I couldn't agree more. I think, as we talked about at the start of the second set, Rob having to really lift the tempo, and he certainly did that, and significant more winners hit by Rob in the second set, really the difference.
Such a beautiful reader of the ball,
Yeah.
isn't he, Rob? Just he knows every millimetre on this court. There it is. Just keeps on penetrating that. What's Chappie going to do with his serving, do you think? Keep pursuing the...
He seems pretty set on the railroad. It'll be interesting to see if he maintains it if he did start to go behind in the match.
He has slipped in a few demi PKs there, and he's also started with a couple of bobbles in the first set. So that's what he said in the change room in my little chat to him prior to the match, and he said to start with railroad, maybe back up with some bobbles and potentially some demi PKs depending on how the match went and how Rob was reacting.
Might make some balls for it while we're having those all. Thanks.
Pretty much what we thought with Rob. Pretty much full on railroad.
Yep, railroad, and obviously I think that's a sign that his hand's in reasonable shape at the moment. He's able to hold the racket tightly, and I'm sure they should be quite enjoying today not being a hot day. It's just 23, 24 today, so relatively mild at the moment. So
beautiful conditions.
Perfect conditions. Whoever plays in the final on Monday night will be a lot warmer. It'll be into the 30s by then, so will certainly be a lot hotter out on the court. Those who know the court here, well, it gets a little bit like a greenhouse over the summer. It gets very warm on the court and stays hot.
And it's nice when the humidity's not up, and it's quite nice at the moment.
30-15. See the lead for last game.
Great touch by Fahey. Yeah, it's good to see Chappie taking his time there. Don't let Rob dictate the pace of the game. Hope to see a bit more of that from Chappie. I think he can put weight on the ball, so Rob covers the court very well, but I just would like to see him put that pressure on.
Beautiful serve, brings it back to deuce, I think.
Yeah, acknowledged by Chappie. He said completely flummoxed me, that one.
Yeah, he agreed with me completely there, I think it's safe to say.
There we go, he's putting the weight on.
Rob made a little bit of an extra effort to reach those balls there, and knows how important it is to get off to a good start here.
Yeah, good shot, Chappie. Just knew what he had to do, covered the court easily to get to that ball, and brought one short for Rob. I think that's a good strategy for Chappie, just to throw in the odd short one for Rob.
Oh yes, I mean Rob is certainly not quite as quick as he used to be, so he certainly, and also he probably knows he's going to leave a few, let him go these days.
And and it's a lot harder to control the ball when you're stretching forward. He does throw in the odd boast quite well, Chappie. So it's a good part of his game.
There we go, and a little fist pump from Rob there. First time we've seen that, so he'll know that was important. Good start, get him into the match.
There was a demi-piqué on that serve. He's changed his serve there, and I think that's a good strategy by Chappie. He's going back to that position again. This time by bobble.
Not sure about that bobble, the way he's serving it here. It's serving quite thin. It's going to be quite difficult in Melbourne, the bouncy penthouse.
Piqué there, that's a bit of serve. Probably had a bit more time than he thought then, Chappie. He should have done better with that. Didn't have the racket ready. Preparation was just a little bit soft. There was a better length bobble there by Chappie. It got him.
So 2-love, and Chris has just played a couple of slightly poorer games here, and he's just going to have to watch himself now. The set could get away from him very quickly.
I think you're right, Cone. Rob's again taken off in this set, just like he did the last.
You know,
See Chris searching, can't you? He's just trying to search
he
for
holds
another
that,
serve.
Rob holds that ball for such a long time before, and it's very difficult to cover.
Nice play by Chappie there. Chappie's been up serving here for a while.
Yeah.
Rob hasn't tried to lay in a chase. Well, Chappie's been covering the court pretty well, but no, Rob's been down there for 2 games now. Into the third. Maybe he doesn't need to serve.
Well, you know, you got a Manuel down on a cut volley like that. It's not too shabby being down at the hazard end.
That's where it can cut you out.
and the second gallery.
No, he says I might have
40-30 down, there was no way he wasn't taking it.
correct. Popped out there, slided into the gallery. And I think Chappie won't mind having a crack at it from down at the hazard end. he looked like he was just getting a little bit tight. So I'd like to see Chappie just show a bit of freedom and launch into a couple just to loosen up again.
Stephen is 40-30. The second gallery. Shot.
It looked too juicy up there, but it was probably a ball to leave and come off the back wall there.
Advantage.
I like this by Chappie, going for the targets. Put a bit of meat behind the ball here. That's great.
Good weight on both those shots there, and Rob will be equally a little bit disappointed. 2 poor railroads in a row, but
I think Chappie needed that. He just needed to get up to the receiver's end and just loosen up a bit. Open the shoulders, as they say.
Service advantage worse, sorry, better than 4. Better than
good
4.
opportunity for Chris here to get into the set. Wow.
That shot's well in the slot now for Rob. That's a very nice gentlemanly call by
very
Chappie.
there.
Picked up the gallery post
Just
on the
feathered
way
the
through.
post.
Yep. Great change up by Chappie there, or change down, should we say. He took the pace off that last one. His first 2 were unbelievably great gets by Rob, and just took the pace off it. And Rob was stuck. Great tennis.
Becoming a pretty important game now. I know he doesn't like leaving for hazard, but it was probably the best option at the time.
Yeah, he couldn't do that much with it. Chappie's been missing his targets. He really hasn't drilled a grill for quite a long time, and if he has put it on target, Rob's been there. I have to say, Rob's defending has been terrific. Terrific length by Rob. Frustration by Chappie.
So he gives himself a good shot at closing out this game now.
Chappie just couldn't control that volley and gave Rob a big opportunity. Cone, we've seen some good boasting here by both players today.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And this is a great court for boasting pretty springy walks, and you get real value for it.
And the balls are terrific. They've played them in nicely for this tournament so
And here the
far.
balls are terrific. Here we go, Juice.
Unbelievable
Fabulous
pick-up by
defence
Fahey.
there from Rob. And now he's in the box seat to close out the game.
Out of
There
court.
we go.
Going to the server. He leads 3 games to love in the third
3 games
set.
to love. Rob leads in the third set, 1 set all.
Well done, Chappie. He's finally found a target. He hasn't hit one for a little while here, so
15 love.
let's just
Yeah,
see whether
he's-
that can bring him back in.
You could see that he said at last. As he hit that one.
Oh. 30 love.
He has to get a bottle of wine for that one.
Have you got a bet on the side there with him?
No, you just double fault and bar bottle. Club rule.
30 love. Three love.
There you go, Chappie. 2 targets in the same game. He'll be liking that. That's better position by Chappie.
A very quick game there. 2 good winners from Chappie. And back into it. So battle joined again.
It just goes to show, if you can really nail those targets, give you a couple of cheap points, get an error, and you can get a game up reasonably quickly. Well done, Chappie. That's such nice defence by Rob.
15 love.
Perfect defence volley, backhand volley to position. Probably one of the hardest shots in the game, Cone. What do you think? High defence volley?
It was a forehand for me, and I always found that very hard. Oops.
Bit of footwork there, Chappie.
30 love.
Couple of cheap points in this game. Both players probably catching their breath a bit. Nice chase by Chappie.
Yep.
To 40 love.
So Chappie a little bit of danger in this set now. Before 1 very quickly.
If he's not careful, it can run away from him. It was a big fight for that. There's a big fight for that first game, wasn't there? The 4th game. Big fight for the 4th game. That went, I don't know how many juices they had in that game, Tone, but it was a big fight on. And
Yeah.
then Rob moved to 3-1. And Chappie picked up a good quick game, and then Rob's just about to pick up another. Well, Chappie can do something about it.
And there we go, the money shot again. Meanwhile, Deadon closes out the game. 4-1, third set.
That must be just so frustrating.
Not if you're Rob.
For someone like Chappie and anyone else that plays Rob, if it just isn't a leg and restricting him, that main wall force is just awesome. Great play by Chappie.
Almost deserved to at least get a chase out of that point, Rob, after that extraordinary game.
Yeah, sensible play by Chappie though. He's approaching the net. You could really make a mess of that.
Look at 15 left.
And he's getting a lot of value out of that boast today. Chappie having to hold to the last minute, wait and see what Rob's going to do. And there we go again.
30-15.
His target shooting's been superb. After that, from the second set onwards for Rob. How do you do that, Kate?
And he's very fortunate there. And there you go.
Rob
Turn adversity into advantage.
Rob completely out of position, forced to take the timbre on his forehand, a high forehand above his head, and it managed to poke one back and get an error from Chappie at the other end.
Yeah, and Rob was a little bit fortunate. The ball sucked back towards the back wall, so poor Chris didn't have a lot of room there, and then Rob finished it off with a very severe cut shot. So a chance here to close out the game and very much almost close out the set.
Better than 40-15. 40-15, better than 2 yards.
Just missed the dead on there, but that's the game. 5-1, third set. Fahey leads. Lovely shot. Played.
Chappie a bit frustrated then, his feet just stopped moving and forced to pop one up on the penthouse, and Rob said good night nurse. Not surprised to see Chappie just open up the shoulders and let one rip. Let out a bit of frustration. Yeah, Chappie has to kind of keep his composure here.
Love, receiver leads worse than 4 yards.
Well scrambled back there, Chris.
He really scrambled there.
Worse than 6 yards.
That's certainly one of the great qualities of Chappie. He is a fighter.
Oh yes, he'll be sticking at this. Rob looking for a map to help him with some directions there. Misread that one.
How did that happen? What am I doing standing out here? Where is that back wall? Getting some great slice on that.
Beautiful volley again.
Yeah.
It's a terrific serve as well.
There wasn't a lot of pace and rock shot, but just that extra bit of work you can put on it. Drags the ball down. He didn't want to tread on that ball, did he?
He was
didn't want to roll an
wise to
ankle.
leave that one.
Yeah.
It only had risk written all over it.
Still, Chappie's finding it hard to ping the winning gallery. The grill. Whereas the Rob is just so good at reading it, he's just stopping everyone going in. That's a better shot by Chappie. Slow down.
43 and a half, they're first in the second gallery.
All right, both players going for the bottle. Maybe only 23 or 4 outside today, but on court it's still pretty warm. And they're working hard.
Oh, look, even though it's not as hot as it has been or will be, you've got to make sure you keep that fluid intake right up on a day like today. Might be 23, 24 outside. It'll be more like 30 degrees on the court at least today, I would think.
Great shot by Chris.
So good to see Chris back into it. Wins the vital 7th, 2-5.
Well, it's given Chris a bit of energy. Like they stand in a pretty similar position too, don't they, to receive that cut row road. So no, it's good to see. Well, they play a lot together, don't they? They're twice a week. There'll probably be more coming up in preparation for the Worlds.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. Dead centre grill.
50 all. No chase.
Oh, lovely shot, Chappie. Well read.
Yeah, and ironically, 9 times out of 10, Rob would have gone the grill there.
Yeah, a right smile by Rob. Going, yeah, well read, Chappie. It was going straight into the winning gallery though, wasn't it? So Chappie
Might be the benefit of practicing with Rob a little bit.
I think so. You would probably work out that foot movement, the early tells.
Chappie checking his watch, maybe got an urgent appointment coming up soon. Maybe a horse running in the Magic Millions this afternoon. I don't know. I heard there's some hot tips flying around.
No, that would be Frank and Julian, I would have thought.
Ooh, he'll take it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Frank Filippelli, head pro at Melbourne, has a fond love of the horses.
Yeah, no, there is a big race today.
For you people over in the UK, you might be able to see Frank and a couple of others visit for Ascot when the season starts. Good year.
So set point here for Rob in the third set. Beautiful serve. Rob will leave that alone. Yes, so yeah, I hear Frankie Filippelli and some friends are hitting Royal Ascot. I'm not sure the Royal Enclosure will quite know what's hit it, but and I do want to see Frankie in a top hat, but which will nearly be as tall as Frank.
We will be posting the photos. Don't you worry about that one.
But it was good to see Frankie playing in the tournament in the doubles, and anyway, back to this match, and it's still set point to Rob in the third set, 5-2, one set all.
Has to take worse than 2, 40-30.
As they say, ugly but effective.
Yes, and Rob knew what was going on.
He knew it was coming, but the legs don't quite have that spring in them like they used to.
Maybe if he was as tall as Claire, he could have got that one.
Maybe.
Second garage.
That's it. No risking the win gallery there.
Both guys catching a bit of a break here. They've been working hard. Yeah, Rob's been pretty rock solid, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Since the second set. He
yeah.
came out with that little bit of extra aggression.
Yeah. Apart from the first sort of 15 minutes weren't great for Rob, but since then he's been pretty solid. Here we go, set point for the third time.
Terrific serve by
Good
Chapman.
serve, and Rob will still be a little bit disappointed he didn't make Chappie play it.
Focus.
Another bottle.
Take
Bar
it.
sales are booming.
Yeah, take your time. One each, I think. They're both having a shot.
Shot.
Well done,
Well
Chappie.
played.
Slotted one into the grill for the first time in a long time. He would have been happy with two of those serves in there. Unfortunately, they sandwiched a double fault. So let's see what he can do here. He read that beautifully too, Chappie. He
Read it like a book,
absolutely knew where Rob was going.
but unfortunately, execution lacking, so set point once again.
Yeah, he was almost there too quickly, wasn't he?
Pressure on the second serve here.
Going for the bubble.
And Rob's nailed the dead on again when he needs it. So two very big sets for Rob, 6-1, 6-1. 6-2, sorry, 6-1, 6-2. So in very strong position here.
Chappie
Two
had
sets
his-
to one.
Chappie had his opportunities to pick up a couple of extra games there, but Rob held steady.
It's being loved. Better than the second, 15 love.
The odd slower ball from Chappie has actually brought us some errors.
I agree.
But maybe you should be doing a little bit more of that variation if you can.
Ready, 15.
Needs to move those ones, Chappie.
Bit of court maintenance by Chappie. Pick up a few balls. Well-made Melbourne balls. Give a plug for our pros. They do a great job.
They got a couple of things.
The chase is better than the second.
Oh, there you go.
30-15. Both places.
Okay, we're going to have a change of commentators here. We've got Owen Guest is coming in, and he's going to be just setting him up here at the moment. Yep, and welcome Owen.
Afternoon, Fred. What an exciting match we've got here. Start of the fourth set and the champ is looking strong.
Yeah, great to see Chappie get off to an excellent start in the first set, but Rob is a renowned slow starter, and we can give him the grace on that, but we always know that he's going to come back and do what he does best, and he started to put some extra work on the ball, a bit of extra pace, and we're now 2-1 to Rob.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff. I think he knows he's got a challenge on his hands here against Chappie.
Well, they know each other's game so well. They're training partners. So what do you think, Owen? What do you think Chappie needs to do to change things up? If it keeps going like this, the set foregone conclusion. So Chappie needs to do something. What is it?
It's basic to talk about, but hard to do. He needs to run Rob off his feet, doesn't he? He needs to keep the length a little bit shorter, but the pace up. As we know, it's a lot easier to talk about than to actually do it. That's a top shot there. That's the sort of shot that Rob can't get. If he keeps forcing hard at the dead on, Rob's going to get his fair share to the back, I think.
And you see Rob's body language there, just moving up to the net going, yep, I'm not going to cover that. Just not going to cover it. So he's going to let those ones go. A little bit of topspin on Chappie's return to serve on the forehand. He's going to rock it out.
There are lots of reasons why Rob's lasted for 20 plus years in this game, and one of them, of course, is knowing when not to run for the ball.
Rob a little bit on his back foot then. Dusked one into the net. How do you know? Do you know how that feels, on?
All too well, Fred. All too well. All as I know is that I'm not curly.
Rob has been finding his targets better than Chappie today. Chappie's just been miscuing, a few inches off. Whereas Rob is middling it. Absolutely.
That said, that was a beautiful bit of touch there from Chappie. Little deft backhand volley into the base of the tam ball.
I like the change of pace. I think it's worthwhile, Chappie, experimenting a bit more with, moving Rob around a little bit, pulling him up the court.
A little bit of uncharacteristic overhitting there from Rob, but it's a game of small margins, of course. But yeah, slightly too deep, and Chappie was able to take full advantage.
I like that much, Chappie. Rob rarely misses reading the tamper like that, but in that case he did.
Nice play all round there. I like the way Chappie's trying something different here, throwing up some high serves to change the pace of the game. But, well, Rob couldn't have answered the question asked of him any better than just then with that beautiful little shot down the forehand corner.
I like that change up of serves. I think Chappie's got to try a few different things. Here he goes, doing it again. Dragging Rob back to the back wall. But how long do you keep trying?
It's a good idea, but he has to execute well, doesn't he? I mean, you can say that about everything. You just get the feeling that Chappie's searching for something. He's searching for a serve to tie Rob up, but he hasn't quite got it yet.
His default is to go back to the railroad, so it's good. He's mixed that up. He's under a heavy PK there, a couple of high drop serves. He's tried the bobble. That seems to have been punished. So, yeah, I don't know. And he decided after all of that to go back to the receiver's end. Sometimes it's been good for him because he can actually open up the shoulders and have a crack at it from down here and just try and get himself back into it.
That's right. There's nothing like trying to relax by just having a good go at the return of serve.
You do that a few times, Howie. You enjoy the odd wind-up, don't you?
You're trying to boost my confidence, are you, Fred, as our team captain in the upcoming boomerang?
Oh, that's a great pickup by Chappie. Oh, well. And that's part of the frustration, isn't it, when you're playing in boomerang? If you're giving away 30-0, 30-0, sometimes it's not as easy to wind up.
Sorry, Fred, here I'm a little bit delayed here. The makeup artist is doing some work on me.
Jeez, how much time do you need?
It's a shame when you need a makeup artist when they're not actually televising you.
A bit of body action by Fahey here. That's what a world champion body of 20 years looks like.
Careful, Fred. Next thing you'll be looking into his eyes.
He's pretty safe there. Oh, he's pretty safe. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard for some people to have a bit of a man crush on Rob. A bit of a sporting legend.
It's all coming out now here at the RMTC.
You don't know about coming out.
Well played, Chappie. Bit of very positive play there to take the first game of the fourth set.
First game of the fourth set.
Nice work by Chappie. It's the start he needs. Let's see if he can rattle off a couple.
Two notes. Stroke.
Getting a lot more than I bargained for here, commentating at the Australian Open.
I suppose, Alan, there's not those fellas over at Melbourne Park for the other Australian Open. The commentators aren't sitting there drinking beers, are they?
No, the poor fellas. They're probably being restricted to their martinis. Shaken or stirred.
Oh, Rob wouldn't enjoy that one. Gee, a little bit of lack of concentration here, a little bit of a lapse by Rob. Down 30 love. Going down 4
This is that little window, that little opportunity for Chappie to get himself well into this match. There's a good shot.
He just took the pace right off that. So
Yeah, he just faded it, so it just missed the tambour. It makes it a much, much better shot at this level. These guys can read it off the tambour so well, but if you can just miss it, it makes it so much harder for them.
With less time, Rob, and slow pace, Rob had to put all the work on the ball, and he has no time to have the reflex to put any pace on it at all, and it just dribbles into the net. So good play by Chappie, starting to vary the pace. As we said, he was searching for a serve and
better than 2 yards.
trying to change a few things, but I think what's helped is Rob's just having a little bit of a concentration lapse.
Out of court.
But he's back up the service end, which is a pretty important thing to do. So
Yep, going to use the Rob Fahey Railroad. The best in the business, the best that the game's ever seen.
Last gallery, 15-40.
Chappie wins back the serve again. But Rob's defence has been terrific today. He's just been getting to position, serving railroads, moving well across to cover the main wall force into the dead on. So full credit to Rob, he's moving well.
I think he's become he's a master of conserving his energy these days.
15-40, 7 minutes, last gallery.
Gee, that's well read, isn't it?
Yep. Too smart.
Yeah, that was almost a nick, but Rob was right there, knew where it was going. Chappie can't quite find the length. Just can't put it there, can you?
Serve was too short.
It's a great position to sit in, isn't it? Just in front, just in the seats in the winning gallery, Owen. I know that we've been sitting there in the World Championship when I was here last, and you're just sitting there and you're watching these guys like Rob retrieving these shots here, and you just, what sport can you be sitting in and watching? You know, a metre away from the fella who's playing a shot and forcing it like Rob does.
Oh, look, it's exactly getting down there right beside the court. You can hear them grunt. You can hear them curse themselves. And you can hear all the effort. You know how hard it is out there, especially when you've been out there for 2.5 hours. Oh dear. Very disappointing there for Chappie.
Yeah, Chappie not looking too happy, but he's taking his time. He just needs to kind of put that one behind him. He knew he had an opportunity serving up this end. And we've all duffed one into the net, Alan. Some more than others.
What do they call this in psychology? It's projection, isn't it?
That's it better than 2 advantage. Has it better than 2. To the serve. Let's pull that up. Did you not think it was up? Better than 2.
Oh, that is
Unbelievably good serve.
from the world champion. That's called a brilliant serve. From anyone else, it's called luck.
Fantastic, Owie. It was a great serve to pull it out on that on the right point too. He needed this game. We're one all.
It's a great shot.
I don't think he can do another.
Oh, and that's an even better shot.
Great length, Rob Fahey.
Great hands there from Chappie, and even better hands from Rob. Both of them took the pace off the ball so well.
And that's so hard to do for anyone who's watching this. Maybe they haven't watched too much tennis. It is a very hard thing to do when this ball is. It's quite a hard ball. So when it's put some pace on it, it does take delicate hands and real control to take the pace off it.
Half gallery. 15 love, serve lead.
Yeah, no, Chappie hasn't had a problem with actually winning the serve. He's just struggled when he's got down here.
That's true. He's just hasn't been able to penetrate. Rob's, power returner serve. The cut volley by Rob Fahey has been in form, and he's and at the other end, service end, just like now, his railroad has just been terrific.
Yeah.
And the second gallery, last gallery, and the second gallery.
And Rob often just returns back to centre court for the second serve to just pop up a demi-PK, drops it in, dropping off the back wall. Doesn't really give Chappie too much time to do much with it.
That's right. He gives him a serve that has no pace on it. He said, if you want to just chip it into the gallery, that you can, but you're not going to be able to do any more than that.
And for those players about to get underway, already getting underway in the boomerang, it's a pretty handy serve, the demi-PK too. Owen, what would you suggest to some of those players out there taking tips out of these guys' books?
Trying to think of the expression. What is it? Someone said it behind me.
Takes the second gallery.
Lamb and mutton, is it?
Well, not everyone at 50 handicap or whatever can do a railroad like these guys, or a railroad full stop. I think
There's one thing that I think any player can take out of their game, and that's to do some of your square up some of your serves. If you're not doing a railroad, square everything up, and it does reduce the options for the return of serve. It's much harder to slam a serve that isn't coming on to you.
Such as what type of serves?
Well, the demi-PK, high serves done from the middle of the court. They're the sort of serves I like to see at all handicap levels, especially if you're trying to stop someone volley or forcing mercilessly from the receiving end. That's why I say do them out towards the middle of the court.
What he loves the serve.
Square up.
As it takes the second gallery.
That's it. If you can do a railroad like that, do that.
I mean, how beautiful was that? Really safe kind of railroad. It's going to go nowhere near where Chappie can volley it. It comes out, slides down the side wall. And a little bit longer too because it's on the chase, so it was beautiful. Can't ask for much more. That one came out a bit further and let Chappie get a handle on it.
big opportunity for Chappie coming up here. Big opportunity.
He's standing there ready for the volley, but Rob is playing that serve very deep.
Sometimes it takes just a little bit of luck to get you across the line.
Gee, I hope we get a few of those in our boomerang matches. That was a lucky break for Chappie. Rob shaking his head. What do you do? Great demi-PK by Rob, you know, just the pace was right off it. Chappie was going back, thinking he's going to clip the edge of, or the bando there, and not to be, caught out of position. Rob wins the point.
Yeah, he makes it look so simple.
Yeah, it's just a good serve. Here he goes again. Chappie. I'd like to see a bit more of that. A little bit of disguise. Try and get Rob guessing. Easier said than done, hey, Owie?
15 all.
Sometimes you must think there's two Faheys on court. And the way you can cover the court. And read it. That's Rob's great advantage, isn't it? How quickly he can read the ball. Anticipation.
Anticipation, athleticism. Not to mention that all-round, that tennis brain. You know, I think he's as smart as any player that has gone around in a long time.
That was a good shot.
A little bit of frustration coming in.
Yeah, but a good shot at Chappie's too. He attacked that serve and drilled it down like he's. Well done, 2 points in a row. Just having a real crack at Rob's row when he's put it out just a little bit too long.
And there you go.
Rob shortens it up. Chappie out of position.
Second bounce that almost wasn't.
But that's control for you, isn't it? Just able to control it. Like McGrath in the cricket, able to put it on a dime when he was bowling. Owen's phone's just gone off in the commentary box. Is that a bottle of champagne? I think it is. What do you think, Clive? Bottle of champagne? Okay, thumbs all up here in the commentary box. Thanks, Owen.
As long as someone brings it up here.
Okay, this is match has been going on for a while now. So 2 hours 15 minutes. So we've the boys are working.
Yes, I think you can rest assured Rob won't want to see this go to a fifth set, but he's going to have to work hard in the next 20-30 minutes to make sure that isn't the case.
70, more than a yard worse than the last gallery.
Yeah, it might just up tempo, and that's one of Rob's great traits. He can change the tempo of a game. Whereas someone like Chappie, he's just pretty much has his gear, and he gets into it, and he likes to settle.
Yeah. 3 games to 1, fourth set.
3-1 to Chappie. Now Rob's going to have to pull something out here. I just wonder whether we're going to see Rob start to attack like he did in the second set, where he came out and he definitively said, right, I'm going to go after these balls now. I've had enough of this, just working my way into the game. I've got to attack. control one, Chappie.
Yeah, a loose point there from Rob.
15 all.
Rob's having to work. Chappie's reaching for everything. He knows he's got an opportunity here.
30-15.
That was a well-crafted point there from Rob. He just kept asking the question of Chappie, throwing him another ball over and over again.
Chappie's put one up into the lights.
Yeah, since we've had the new lights put in, I've always objected to that one.
What, dropped down about a foot, haven't they, some of those lights?
Yards from half gallery, 30 all.
That's one of the great things about having something like a World Championship. It
30 all, 110.
gives you a good opportunity to look at your facilities and upgrade, and the lighting system that we have, which is LED, has been a great investment for the RMTC.
Certainly has, Fred.
And a yard work in the last gallery.
Yeah, for any clubs out there that looking at their lighting systems coming up, it's worked out really well for us. Lot lower running costs, probably about a third lower each year. So your return on investment gets paid back pretty quickly.
I'm sure they're loving hearing about this across the world, Fred. Well, they probably should know we've repainted the changing rooms as well, and
A yard work from the last gallery.
we've given the gym a lick as well while we're at it. But
and the women's change room, let's not forget about that, Owen.
Meanwhile, back on the North Court, things are very tight. What is it, 3-2?
Advantage, receiver.
Advantage to Fahey.
And a height.
Deft little backhand behind the back by Rob.
This is a very important game. 3-1. His advantage Fahey as he goes to the receiving end.
Rob really needs to kind of lock this one up, doesn't he? Pencil this one in.
I think we all know that Rob has been here many, many times before. It's one of those matches where it's Chappie's to win if he can. But Rob will not be gifting him the win. He will throw every question he has at Chappie in the next half an hour.
What's Chappie going to serve here at Railroad?
It certainly looks like it. Yes, it is. Very nice.
He knew that's exactly what Rob would do.
Good composure.
Trying to take it completely out of play by putting it very high and then running into the net. Chappie had the ground covered. He just had to evaluate the distance and not muck up the shot. Made a star shot of it by putting it into the winning gallery.
Yeah. It's good legs and good composure at the end.
Couple of great points. Oh, great length by Rob then. Chappie having a real crack though. Okay, heavy PK here. High drop serve. He's nailed that one, Chappie.
15 love.
A couple of changes of serve here by Chappie. Finishes the game. Is it a lot easier, Owen, just to start a new game to try something different?
Look, at this level, if they have their choice, they like to do a similar serve. They like to get into a groove. I think at our level, variation is a big key to a game. But at this level, if they can, they will just try and find their 1 or 2 serves and stick to it. Obviously, if you're behind, you have to do something about it. You've got to try something different. And I don't think it matters whether it's the start of the game or the middle. I think the key, if you're going to make a change in any matches, don't wait until it's too late.
Well, Chappie's leading here in this set, and he's deliberately gone and changed his serving strategy here.
Yep. Well, I guess changing the rhythm is always important, especially when you've got someone like Rob who, you probably can't afford to do the same thing over and over again. Even if he starts off slowly, he will adjust and he will improve.
Well, he won that 5th game, and also he does a ding-dong battle for that one. Some great shots in there. And great shots by both players. Good number of people in here, Owen.
We've got quite a crowd. It's the first day of the Boomerang. Super Saturday, semi-finals here for the Australian Open. Be disappointed if we didn't have a crowd. Oh, that little unlucky.
So 2-4. Rob getting back in the groove again.
A wild and woolly railroad. And an equally wild return. Nice point there from Rob.
And better the boy out to chases.
Chappie's pretty happy with his cut volley return. So when he can get Rob putting it in the slot for him, he's pretty happy for Rob to keep serving there. But Rob's such a master. He can vary the length of his railroad so nicely, can't he?
Yep. Look, his career, you could argue, has been based around having the best railroad in the business. It's not to say the rest of his game doesn't follow suit, but look, when you can serve like he can, and you just know you can do it, it gives you a huge edge in every match you go into.
Better than the second gallery. One chase. 30 last chase, better than 4 yards.
Rob's getting a bit of a roll on here.
Better than 4 yards.
They call it the pivotal 7th game of the set.
40 love.
Big difference between being 5-2 up and 4-3.
Rob be disappointed with that. That was just like candy to him when that serve was coming down, don't you think?
That is a shot that, in some ways, we're all happy to see him play because we've all played it so many times.
Speak for yourself, Owen. I've played that plenty of times myself, I've got to say, unfortunately.
Green ball, 15-40.
Yeah, tough little bounce there for Chappie.
Yes, but that's what happens when your opposition keeps on picking on the backhand.
Yeah.
If in doubt, put it on the backhand.
Earlier match against Rosa, and Rob was playing so many back into Rory's backhand, and it was just one of those games. It's a good tip for young players, isn't it? Keep working that backhand of your opponent. Absolutely. Far more errors occur on that side.
Defense there. Oh, no. The length game coming out there from Chappie.
Yeah, didn't give Rob much room then. Only just missing that bando coming down off the penthouse, aren't they, on the second bounce on the railroad? Both of them serve so well.
Overhit.
Chappie dropped the head on the return and then realised that he was still in play.
Well, that's again.
He got a lucky break.
Rob hit the tambour.
Yeah.
Between hitting it and missing it. And there we go.
There you go.
Huge 2 points there, both going Chappie's way.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround, isn't it? That if Chappie can skip away with this game, so.
One force for the dead on and one good chase. He's got an excellent opportunity here to take this seventh game. Just half a minute ago, it was 40-15 Rob's way.
Service advantage, worse than a yard.
Great serve by Chappie. Pulls out the demi-PK, just misses the penthouse coming down and forces Rob to go long. So, great serve.
You wouldn't have it any other way, would you? You'd love to see a five-setter here in the semi-final. That's what our game's all about.
The crowd's loving it. I mean, there's heaps of people.
We do. I think we must have. I think we're 100, perhaps more here today, Fred.
Yeah, I thought earlier it was probably 60 to 80, but it's certainly built in the last hour. Oh, I think you might be right. It must be probably 100 out there now. Really enjoying it. Great, thanks, Jamie.
From here, and I know the dead-on's full. I can see the side galleries filling up as well as the top deck. And we've got the penthouse seats here, and we've got plenty of people surrounding us.
Full up here.
And needless to say, the bar's full.
Well, the bar is emptying, I think. Rob, that is a slip up by Fahey. Pretty frustrated by that one he duffed into the net.
Yeah.
So the next two shots are at
Don't
pace.
think he wants to lose this set. You know, I think he's very annoyed at himself. He knew he had a chance there to close this match out at 4. The prospect of going to 5. Well, don't get me wrong. He'll be well up for the challenge, but when you're as experienced and mature as he is, you obviously like to conserve your energy for the final. So
this is probably, as the time wears on, this is probably running in Chappie's favour. What do you think?
More than a yard worse than the last gallery.
Definitely, Fred, definitely.
Well, we've been now running for 2.5 hours.
I'd love to know what, I mean, I'm sure it'd be positive, but I'd love to know what Rob's record is in all his 5-set matches. It's 2 sets all, everyone.
So that's the plot clots.
2 sets all, and the players have left the court. But it won't be long before they're back to play the 5th and final set.
So, Owen, there's a bit of a break here.
I think we should take a little break, Fred. We'll have about 2 minutes. We can get some refreshments, and we'll turn off the microphones for just a second.
Owen would like a break, but I'm afraid that it's not possible because the workers have to keep working. But
I'm considering going on strike, Fred. But what do you think? Is there going to be a pay rise for the currently unpaid commentary team?
yeah, 100% on pay rise on zero. 100% on zero is what, Owen? That'll be okay. We're playing on. Okay, so Rob is coming back on court, and Chappie will be shortly here to follow.
Yes, we're about to recommence play.
And he's looking pretty determined. He's got to consolidate here and just come out and really take it on. Chappie will be wanting to do exactly the same thing. Just going to shape up for a really, really good last set.
Well, the good news for Fahey fans is he'll be beginning the 5th set at the service end. And he opens up with a hazard chase.
Thank you.
So great second serve there by Rob. He's just laid that down there.
Two hazard chases. Well, there you go.
You don't see that often.
Not the way he would have liked to start the 5th set.
Chappie happy to take them.
Still. Former club champion around here used to say about hazard chases as he walked to the other end, as good as a point.
Yes, true. What's your record against Chappie, Owen? I was fortunate enough to play him when he was first started at the club. Mine's 1-0 my way. Chappie has missed that. He's done a little deft chip shot over the net and it didn't carry.
He did. He managed to lose a hazard chase by hitting a hazard chase. No, you asked the question about my record against Chappie, Fred. To be honest, I cannot recall playing him in a match. I do remember, though, when he had, during his stint here at the RMTC, we used to play semi-regularly on the hour. And unfortunately, what I recall is it was 3-zip to him. He hit me, I think, every second time we played.
Hence he worked too keen to get back on court again.
Oh, I used to laugh, but as the months went by, I did note that the welts got deeper and redder.
Yeah, you can certainly hit a ball. That's a tip for young players, isn't it, too? When these good pros join the club, play them on the way down as soon as they join, and then retire from playing them. Keep your record clean.
15 love.
Little errors, just those little errors.
Yeah, Rob needs to compose himself here. Needs to get back into the game.
That's a really nice shot there from Chappie. Backhand volley, fading to the base of the tam ball.
30 love.
Yeah, that lack of pace is terrific, isn't it? When you can pull the pace off the ball.
I like that serve. I think that's better than the other ones he's been doing. Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, deserved more out of that point, didn't he? Because nice
And
serve.
more depth to it, that serve. It was squared up better.
And coming down high for Rob, so he's not going to be able to control it quite so sweetly as he has before. Loose balls by both of them.
Well,
the black gets for a start, but
that was perhaps not quite so much at the finish, but for a while there, I think that's the best rally I've seen since I've been watching.
yeah, they've had some great ones today, but that was really some nice backhand work by both players.
Solid return of serve there from Fahey. Floor, main wall.
Well, he's had to pick it up. Chappie had jumped out to a 30-love lead here. Rob's pegged it back to 30 all. Rob needs this game. Chappie knew exactly where Rob was going with that.
It's one thing to know where it's going, it's another to be able to do something about it. It's pretty difficult. You're always going to miss a few.
Absolutely. He's been doing pretty well there, Chappie. He should be pretty proud of his game today. On the defensive line, when Rob has really picked up the pace and Chappie's been serving the railroad, it's been a struggle to get across. For the main wall force that Rob puts in, but Chappie's should be pretty proud of his returning and his defence today. Unbelievably good tenor.
What a fantastic point all round.
Both players didn't put a foot wrong then.
Going to the server, 2 games to love.
Right. Lincoln, you missed it, but Rob's 2-love up here in the 5th set.
I really think he needed to bank those 2 games. Because Chappie, as the game goes on, we're the 2 3/4 hours now, so.
No strikes.
Right return by Chappie.
Yeah, attacking play. Strong return.
That's a great serve, isn't it?
Yeah. See the difference between that serve and the high serve Chappie's been through is the amount of work that Rob puts on it. You watched his wrist then, it really snapped underneath the ball.
And how much closer into the service ball it is. A good finish by Chappie again. A couple of cheap points. Wonder whether Rob's going to keep pursuing that serve.
Throw him up the challenge one more time. Looks like he
Two,
is.
isn't it? What do you think? What's his serve now, Owen?
Demi PK.
Yeah, me too. There we go.
What a rally all round. Very strong from both players.
Chappie was really hunting for that. Almost had it into the dead on, but Rob recovered and just managed to nail it. Good tennis this game.
Yeah. Big game too.
Yep.
Big game. You can see. It's Rob senses the opportunity as well. Chance to go to 3-love up.
40-30 worse than 40.
He's not there yet.
Yeah, Rob not happy then. He fell into that ball. Chappie has an opportunity. Chappie has to close out here. He's got to get on the board in this set. The fifth and final for this match. That's great to see these guys with their fluid intake. You know, they're having bananas and different things like that. They have to look after their health. Keep it going. This is a pretty physical game, aren't we?
So have you organised that for our team yet, Fred? We're going to be on a regime of bananas, fluids throughout the next fortnight.
I don't think, the fluids I think we can handle, are we? I think you know what type of fluid that'll be. It's a little bit different in the amateur status. The amateur ranks. Yeah, pity Chappie couldn't close out on that one, so what will Rob do here? Well, the high serve, let's see how this one falls. I think Chappie will be happy that that one went for a fault.
Absolutely. That was going to get monster the full treatment.
That's a good serve.
There we go. Yes, he got it to drop. Just missed the bando. Dropped suddenly, and that dragged the ball into the net.
That's the beauty about that WPK, that ability to make the return of serve, that indecisive nature of it can be a real advantage. So Rob was dragged in to take the volley, and then just had to adjust his shot, dragged it into the net.
Good return, and the serve just wasn't quite good enough. It's a bit too short. Just a little bit easy.
Just going back to the railroad.
And there you go.
Frustrated with
2 or
this.
3 inches off the service wall is all they need at this level to send it on its way into the net on.
Gone back to the WPK here. Oh, great turn.
What a get! What a get! Oh, there's a bit of... Ball's been questioned, but the point stands.
Great play by Chappie, or both players. Really good point. Bit of extra pace by Rob on the return of serve, and just didn't enable Chappie to do enough with it.
Well, I think that's another part of Rob's makeup, you have to say. Minor issue in the previous point, but I think he's mentally strong. He turns that to his advantage as opposed to letting it get to him. He makes him just that little bit more aggressive on the next point.
And a worse than second go routine for fun.
I think you're right, Owen. That is definitely part of Rob's nature. What's part of what makes him a great player, a champion player. How he can just use those things to drive him further. Yeah, it's terrific. I think you're absolutely spot on. Good observation, fellow commentator.
we get to go for a commercial break soon? What about advanced hair?
Western second gallery, advantage to the server. Western the second.
Okay, Chappie standing there to take the railroad. Clever shot, great sky shot by Rob.
Saw Chappie coming. If he didn't see him, he certainly heard him.
Final set, 3 up.
Great defensive volley there from Rob.
Better than 2.
Okay, Rob will be feeling pretty confident now. 3 love. Fifth
Yeah, you get
final
the feeling.
set.
I think he's got his hackles up now.
Yep.
He wants this.
And 2, 3, 2, 2.
What does Chappie do, Owen?
Is to find that little that extra 2%.
That's about all it is. He had his opportunity.
Strategically, I think the main difference, and it's subtle, but I would put it down to Chappie's serving to Rob. I think that's where the gap's been. He just hasn't been able to contain Rob when Rob's at the receiving end, in the same way that I think Rob has contained Chappie in a relative sense. It's smart. I think Chappie's matched him on the ground, matched him probably returning serve, but I don't think he's matched him when it comes to serving itself.
Better than 2 yards, has it? Big love chase, 2 and 3.
You see Rob just putting in that bit extra now.
Yep, one final push.
2 and 3.
That's the challenge in front of Chappie. He's got to know that's coming. If he can find a game here, work his way back into the final set.
Lost chase, 15 all.
I think that took a bit of Chappie's shoulder on the finish then.
Thankfully, the net slowed it down first.
Yeah. Yeah, but that ball's flying. How fast would that ball go when Rob Fahey gets behind it? Owie?
I think it would be a direct hit would be up and around the 160 mile an hour mark, I would have thought. It's going to be a lot faster than a cricket ball after all.
Gets pretty bruising. Put a couple of good serves in here, Chappie. That's better. Just restricting Rob on that return of serve. Gets him into the point.
Yep, vary the pace, vary the trajectory.
30-15, 1 happy.
But they've all got to be good.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. Oh, it's a disappointing shot there from Chappie.
He knew it too.
Yeah. He got the return of serve that he wanted. Straight onto his racket. Little half chances.
Yeah, he just couldn't control it. Just didn't have the hands kind of set for that. Just to that punch.
He moved well. He got to it. It's just a racket error.
I think
They happen, but that's he can't afford to make any right now when he's 3 love down in the 5th.
Yep. No, Rob's coming up for the serve.
40-15, the server lead.
Back to the railroad.
has the worst.
I don't think he'll be going anywhere else, Fred.
Great return
Great,
by Chappie.
yeah. Very strong.
It was right on it. Big point here. Yeah, good to see Chappie attacking, hey?
Yeah, he waited well. I mean, that was a really good point all round. The serve was good, the return was good. And it was nice. It took a really good shot to finish the point too.
True, he really attacked that return of serve, and that set up him to have another crack at it. Rob just defending, and good on him. Good one in the 2 big points by Chappie. They have to bring it back to juice. He has to win this game. And it's taking out one of our cameras, Owen.
Yeah. It's a little weak serve that from Rob.
If he can pick up this
Back
game.
to what he knows. That's right.
Good rolling top spin return of serve, picks up a chase. Chappie serving. Let's hope he can really put down
Big
a tough
opportunity for
serve.
Chapman. Yeah, he's got a point now to get into this set.
Yeah, you can just see the momentum shifted Chapman's way just for a little bit here. He's got 3 points just worked in his favour. Be good to see if he can close it out.
Absolutely, he's got to
Get
take
on
his
the board.
He's got to take his opportunities. And here we go.
He's gone for the railroad again.
Probably lucky that Rob didn't hit that one.
Gone for a bobble. Second serve. You would be unlucky.
That was
Chappie.
pretty unlucky. It was a fabulous point. Rob with his desperate shot there, in fact, managed to lob it in a way that would have gone into the dead on.
How do you get a winning shot there from an impossible position, Owie? That was a great lunge by Rob. He knows if Chappie kind of picks up this game.
Well, I think I've got John Link sitting behind me here. He knows a little bit about
It's gonna be tough.
lobbing balls into the dead on as well.
One of his favourite shots, isn't it, from John? Chappie would be disappointed that one didn't find its way into the grill, Owen. He's just been inches off today, whereas Rob's been pretty much front and centre.
It's that word, isn't it? Opportunity. Rob had one and he took it.
And it's turned. The dial's turned. Rob's favour in this game. Comes up with the serve now. He's got a chase in the bank. A nice shot then to finish. Again into advantage with another shot of Fahey's into the dinners.
Advantage to the serve at the last gallery.
John Lumley's just entered the commentary booth. He's pacing around a little nervously. He's due to come on court after this match.
Great play by Chappie. A really good return of serve. Rob squeezed one over the net. Chappie played a great shot then to put Rob under pressure for the second shot. And back to juice. This is a great game.
Oh, yep.
I heard the noise. I assumed it was the ball, but it could have been the wall.
There's a bit of controversy here.
Yes, I'm not really sure what about. I think it's what you call a crisp shot straight into the grill.
Yeah, it actually hit the edge and bounced straight out. So it's been called a stroke.
That's juice, one hazard.
One hazard, okay, it's been called a hazard chase.
There you go, there's the other grill.
That's the one that should have been. Well, this has been a great game, Owen. Really important one for Chappie.
Yeah, look, obviously Chappie hasn't lost it yet, but you sense that he's got it all ahead of him if he is to turn this match around here in the 5th set. And I think he'll rue a few missed opportunities if that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he does. I mean, we're loving the tennis, so
Yep.
I'm greedy for that.
Hazard, worse than second advantage.
Yeah.
Good.
Is he? All right. Well done. But it's the punishment for hitting the tambour.
And nearly a yard worse than the last carry. Two chases.
Well, Tab seems to be in good form there. He's marking downstairs, and I don't think he's made more than 2 or 3 mistakes, do you, Fred?
Oh, I don't think he's made any, Owen.
Just testing, Fred.
No, look, it's particularly when they're serving railroads like most of the pros do in these events. Calling the chase, calling the serve on the line just above the net there, it's always a tough one. We get a perfect bird's eye view of it from our commentary position, and Tab's doing a great job, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the point of the match.
Put that one on the highlight reel. And that's why we can get a lot of squash players playing this game. Wow, that was great.
Nearly a yard worse than the last game.
Deft touch around the net. Amazing.
Thank you.
Chappie is conceding the point, which means he realises it's what they call a double hit. He's hit the ball before it hit the wall, and he's hit it as it's come off again. It's very hard to call, very honest from Chris Chapman.
Yeah, great sportsmanship there. Well done, Chappie. It was a great serve by Rob. Pressure point. That's a great serve too. 2 big serves in a row. That's the difference, isn't it? You're talking about before that snap to kind of get that extra spin and just drags it down.
Yep.
Close to that wall. Really good. And again, he's done it.
And it has a chase.
Half a yard, 15 love.
Yeah. That would have been made more into the grill then, Owen. But Tamber gets on the road sometimes and can punish you. Who designed this court anyway?
Nobody kind.
take that, Chappie.
Here we go. They're the two chases Chappie needed. Now he's
Yep.
one more opportunity from the service end.
Terrific though. He's going for those shots, trying to get that short chase. But you know, when he's under pressure, he's gone, taken a last gallery, get out of jail, come serving. Welcome up to the service and Chappie.
He has not played this final set badly at all. He just hasn't won those points that count. Rob has won every one when it's been a game point. It's always been Rob who's closed it out.
Oh, served brilliantly to close out that last one. That was a cracking good game, wasn't it?
Half a yard, has it.
To go 4 love up, yeah.
Ready, long chase the last gallery. Lost the chase for a second.
Great serve, Chappie.
15-30.
Oh, there we go. Good serve, Chappie.
A little bit of wood in that shot, I think, but
yeah, but look
used
what,
to good effect.
Look what Rob can do with that serve. That's a ripping good serve by Chappie down the back wall, and Rob managed to still get it deep, but Chappie too good. Anyway, 3 big points by Chappie.
Those couple of
This is
serves are
good.
just that little bit better than what he's been doing there, going higher up on the penthouse, and I think it makes a big difference. Quite a few of the ones he did earlier were only going a foot or two up the penthouse, and I think were just too easy for Rob to read.
Server leads 40-30.
Yeah, good call. Going there again.
There we go.
Well played, Chappie.
There we
Crowd loving that. Love to see a local boy on the board.
1-4. I don't think Chappie read that one. He thought it was up.
15 left.
That's a good serve. Well done, Chappie.
Yeah, and he got the reward for it too. He's been serving better.
He did. That serve set up the point. He knew where the returner serve had to go.
Last 2 games of service have been pretty good. Here we go again.
Great play.
Chappie. He's getting a little purple patch here.
Yeah, he got it over the service line by just 2 or 3 inches.
And even if Robert had put a racket to it, still wouldn't have done much with it. It's great to drop forward like that.
That serve unfortunately took the extra bounce, which made it much easier for Rob to put away.
That's 3-30 all.
Great flight on that ball by Rob. Beautiful pace. Just beautiful pace, cuts down into the corner, doesn't it? Chappie really knew he was in trouble as soon as that ball left Rob's racket.
1-4.
Rob will be disappointed with that. He read that. He knew he was going to the demi-PK as soon as he went up to the centre court.
Gosh, it just shows you that you cannot hit that penthouse on the way down. Point before it hit it, Rob jammed it straight down into the forehand corner. That one he made a mistake.
And this time he had to take it, therefore he had to take it lower and dragged it into the net.
Yep, the dropping ball.
Yep. So, another big opportunity here for Chappie.
43, receiver needs worse than 3 yards.
Can he take the opportunity?
No worse than 5 yards.
Just hasn't been able to nail the dead-ons like Rob has today. So back to Juice again. Another one of these
some
really
ways, Chappie
important
hasn't been able to take a trick in this last set. Very good shot.
Rob makes his acquaintance with the wall.
Leader's advantage.
Must have got a little bit of racket frame on it.
Yeah, he certainly tried everything to hit it. Yeah, I don't think Rob would be wanting Chappie to take this game quietly. I think Rob wants to finish this. We've probably been running over 3 hours now.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Chappie will be very disappointed with that.
Yes, he will. That was, oh, nothing short of an unforced error. What a shame. I think perhaps he did a string at the same time.
How do you do a string, Owie, on a...
On the softest ball, you'd...
I mean, I can understand you doing one, but Chappie, I've got no idea.
Gee, I'm copping it from my captain here today.
Trouble there.
Oh dear.
He was in trouble. He knew with centre court. Ball going behind him. Just going to hang in there, Chappie.
What?
There you go.
Such good play there from the world champion.
5 games to 1.
2 pressure points and he pulled out 2 perfect railroads.
That's a big difference, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, bit of frustration then.
And there's a pressure, as you say, frustration, pressure, all
Got to settle
straight
here,
into the
get
net.
straight back into this point. Yeah, Chappie needs to settle here. He hasn't recovered from that loss of that last game, so he's already 2 points down. Rob, a couple of points away from that.
He's just played these last few points so well.
Times like that, the Chappie should take a bit of a walk and maybe a bit of a breather, just to compose himself and get back into it.
Yes, perhaps go and just have one of those mysterious stares into the grill for no apparent reason. I know there are a couple of players who've got that little trick up their sleeve.
Big confident call by Tabley.
Surprisingly accurate.
Now. 30 all. Now, come on. Can Chris spark up and just really get back onto this one? Crowd are loving this match. They don't want it to end.
Sensible play there from Chapman, making sure he gets one more chance to serve in this match. At least one more.
Yeah, it's a really good strategy. Most of them use it, don't they? 30 all, thereabouts. They slot away a bit of insurance to get up to the service end.
Oh dear. Still, at least he now has a chance to serve.
He disguised that really well, but just put a little bit too much into it.
It felt like that was the last vestiges of the link coaching he received all those years ago.
We just happen to have John Link sitting behind us, so Owen's just putting a shot across the bow to John there. And John's been an avid supporter over the years of the Australian Open, being a sponsor for many years.
Certainly has, Fred. Been a very generous contributor for a long, long time.
And we thank John for that.
Receiver leads the last gallery.
Okay, Fahey looking to close this out. And Chapman looking to go for this high drop serve again.
It's too deep.
And just as well, I think it ran over the line. So second serve. It's gone for the bobble.
Tentative little bobble. That is the match, ladies and gentlemen, and what a fantastic match it's been. Rob Fahey's taken the final set 6 games to 1. They're good friends, these two. There's a lot of respect between the pair of them.
Great play by the champ in the end. Really solid last set. He'll be really happy with that. Going to a 5-setter and ending it so strongly. You'd have to be really happy with that.
Yeah, very strong, very professional finish there from Rob Fahey.
Now let's give a hand to Chappie too, because that was a really good match on his behalf. It just one of the main differences, I think, Owen, you called it early, was just trying to find that serve. He tried that extra variation, particularly in the last set. Didn't quite get there. But it was just that degrees, wasn't it? And I think the other thing was he missed his openings today. He really, compared to the number that Rob slotted in, Rob on the main wall dead on, always classic. Any opportunity he had to hit the dead ons, he went for it. And also the winning gallery, he centred them, whereas Chapman was missing by 2-3 inches, just wide, and that was frustrating for him.
That happened a couple of times in the last set, but there's nothing like experience, and there's nothing like doing the right thing under pressure. Rob serving then when the game was on, he didn't. Maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, he did not do a bad serve. Chris played very well, but he'd had a few weak serves. Well, that's it. That's it for this match. Thanks, Fred. It's been really enjoyable. We've got another match coming up, but I think there'll be another commentary team. So I will see you in the commentary booth very soon.
Okay, thanks, Owen. Thanks, everyone.